Okay, so we left off here, and I think if you understand strings right, so just to review, a string is just text, so string s equals whatever we put in these quotes. So let's actually make it something. Let's just say hi user. And then if we print out s, it'll print out hi user. So let's say we want to replace user with a name. Oh, the first thing that we have to remember is that you can add two things in here. So first, let's just get rid of that. Let's make a string called name. Name equals Billy. And then you have to put your semicolon, of course. And then in here, we'll just print out. You gotta remember you can do hi like this, and you have to make sure you put the space there, or else you won't have a space between the two. And you can just put plus name, and what you'll print out is hi Billy. Okay, so in this tutorial I will teach you how to actually get input from the user, and we will print out whatever name they enter. So the first thing that we actually have to do is we have to do something called importing. And we have to import a class that is already in Java, so like strings or whatever, but it's not. But we have to specify where it's coming from so that we can use everything in the class. When you import a class, you're basically telling your file that you can access everything in that class. So type java.util.scanner. So we're importing the scanner class, and the scanner class, as you may have guessed by now, is used to get user data. And actually we have to put this outside of this class, so put it right under your package. So then the first thing that we have to do in here is we have to create a scanner. We have to create a scanner object. So like we created a string here, we have to create a scanner object. So of course you have to put what the type of object is here. So scanner like string, and then we'll call it s1 equals, and then what we have to put here is, since we imported scanner, that's what this is, but we have to make a new scanner. So you type new scanner, and then inside of here is preset parameters for what you need to create a new scanner. And if you do control space on it, it'll tell you what you need, or the different options for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do system.in. And what this is basically it's gonna be whatever the user enters into the console. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to prompt the user to give their name. Because if you don't tell the user what to do, then they're not going to do it. So what is your name? And then we want to print that out. Yeah, so we're printing that out. And then we have to set name equal to whatever they enter. So to do that, S1 is our scanner object, and inside of the scanner object there's a whole bunch of different things we can use. So put a dot and then next line. So it takes the next line that the user enters. So if we run this, you see it asks what is our name. and you can see it won't continue until we satisfy this. We enter the next line. So I'll type in Mies. And the Eclipse is nice and it colors your input differently than the generic text. So if you press enter, it says hi Mies. And it's relatively simple. Basically, you can enter whatever you want there. So if you run it again, what is your name? You can enter like random numbers or whatever. And it'll just say hi 3584 whatever. Basically, go over this again. First, we import the scanner, because if you don't import it, then Java's not going to know what it is. See, if you, like I said, or like showed earlier comments, if you comment this out, then here you'll get scanner cannot be resolved to a type, which basically means that it does not know what the scanner is. So you have to import the scanner, and then you have to assign a name to it. So you have to assign an object to it. So like name is a string object, s1 is a scanner object, and then we have to set s1 equal to something. So we're saying s1 is going to be a new scanner and whatever the user enters, or whatever is being put in to the console. So then we're saying an object of the string called name is going to be equal to your scanner, which takes whatever you enter, the next line that's entered. So as soon as you press enter, that's the end of the line, and it basically takes that text and sets name to it. And then here, it's just printing it out hi plus your string name. And just to run it one more time, Billy Bob thing. So yeah, you can enter whatever you want. And also, another thing about Eclipse is, or I think even command prompt when you're running a Java program, is if you don't specifically tell it that you're looking for user input with s1.nextLine, then it's not going to know. It's not going to let you type because it doesn't know that it's waiting for you to type. Okay, so I guess I can show one more thing that you can do with the scanner right now. So let's change this to enter a number. And I guess one thing I should say right now is you can do hi plus, you don't have to do a string. You can do like int a equals 2234. And then you can just put a here and it'll say, ignore that. Hold on. Let me comment this out. And run it again. Here, let me stop that. So run it again, it says hi 234, so it doesn't have to be a string that you put there. Let me get rid of these comments. So basically, we're going to take whatever the user enters. We're going to take a number that the user enters and multiply it by 2. So int, let's just call it a as always, equals s1 dot. So instead of just next line, which you can't even see on here, basically, I brought up this menu. I pressed Control Space, and Eclipse has an autofill thing, so you can select any of these. And these here are parameters. I will explain those later. Basically, if you put next in here, and you put your semicolon to end it, then a is going to be equal to whatever the next integer that you enter is. So enter number 12, press enter, and I need to change this. Number multiplied by 2. and then you put a space here to put a space between the next thing, and then we're going to put plus A. So just make sure it actually works. 12, not up here, down here. 12, and I did not, that's why. I did not change A. So A times equals 2. I forgot to do that. So, let's run it again. It's just me being sloppy. See, 24. The thing about this, though, is it can create errors, because if the user doesn't know what a number is and tries to enter letters, you'll get this input mismatch exception. And I won't be teaching you what to do with those for a while, but there is a way you can avoid them. Also, the same happens if you try to enter decimals. So like 12.13. Same problem. So I think that will wrap it up for this. It was basically for a review. Scanner, first you have to import it to tell Java what it is. Then to use it, you have to create an object of it. So S1 is an object of the scanner class. And then S1 is going to be equal to a new scanner, and it takes whatever you enter in. And if you put next here, it just takes the next line. Next int means it's supposed to be an int. And you already know all this, but just a reminder. Times equals 2, multiplies it by 2, and sets A equal to it. And then this prints out this string and then adds this onto the end of it. So, if you like this video, subscribe, like it, comment. If you need me to go over anything again, comment and I will try to address it soon. If you have ideas for what I should cover next, then also leave a comment with that. And thanks for watching.